We're at the mission at San Juan Capistrano. We figured my car is already done. We might as well come see this place. Wow, I look really white. Yeah, it's really pretty.
You're really pretty.
Fishy, fishy, fishy. It's funny that they hear people when they come for food. Coral.
Coral? Coral.
This is incredible.
Underneath this dirt that you're standing on is a black felt. And underneath that black felt are original diamond-shaped tiles that were made here at the mission by Juaneños. And those diamond tiles would have been throughout the whole church, but the ones in the transept survived.
The dirt and felt are necessary to protect the original tiles. Now look to your left. Do you see the doorway with the metal bar above it?
Yeah.
This metal bar is a rail tie from the 1880s. Look at the room beyond the door.
You'll see that there's a room that's still intact called the vestry room or the sacristy room. We believe that's where the priest would adorn himself, getting ready before Mass.
Look at the dome above you.
The top of the dome is a keystone that was hand carved. I don't know how Native American and workers and padres got that keystone up there without a Home Depot and a system of lifts, but it's pretty amazing that that's been here since the fall of 1812. When you look in the dome, you'll see that there's hand paintings or frescoes that look sort of a burnished green tone. We know that those were...
This is the barracks.
Generally, this was not a problem, as life at the mission was pretty peaceful. But there was one notorious occasion when our services were called upon and found money. On December 14, 1880, an Argentine pirate sailed into Capistrano Bay.
How short they were.
Sharks ships and all many from the bay at San Juan. Peter Corner, one of the Shards owners, gave this account of the Shards' encounter with the people of San Juan Capistrano. The Commodore sent his boat on shore to say
This is really beautiful. The mission pantry.
Native Americans, they were sleeping in a pile. When a bunch of little puppies go around their mother, they were all sleeping in there.
He used to fill that whole thing with wine.
It covered the drain.
People knew how to party.
It's that shirt, just
The
a
replica?
bigger version. Well, it's bigger.
A third bigger?
Yeah.
This is so beautiful. Adobe. Wow. Oh wow, these are all ovens. The olive grindstones. And this is where they produced all the industrial goods. This is where they produced all the industrial stuff for the mission. And they have their gardens.
The blacksmith and stuff was over here.
These are the Catalan furnaces. They were the remains of the oldest metal furnaces in California. These furnaces were used to smelt metal ore. They could reach a temperature of up to 3,650 degrees Fahrenheit. To the right of the furnace.
So he's the person who's been basically responsible for breed.
Alright. Look at the camera and smile and say summer time. What happened to you, Lena? You fell off? Okay, take another one. Turn around, Lena. Straight. Then you give me your camera. Good, good job. Alright. Now give me your camera. Okay, 9. 916. Okay, look at Yaya.
Wow.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was nice.
That was gorgeous. I've never been to a mission that had so much to offer in terms of, you know, information and audio tours and everything. It was really beautiful. It's a gift store. You ready, honey?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You made it a child.
What?
You made a child.
I'm in my car on my way to a shoot. I really needed to get my car washed because it's just bad. From sitting for a week and then the fires in LA, it's just really, really caked. And then it's like made it hard to see out of all the windows. So I'm sitting here at the car wash and then I'm gonna head over to a commercial shoot. Can't tell you what the commercial's for. Such is my life. You never have any idea what I'm working on, but NDAs. So that's about it. Okay, I just got home from my shoot and Mike just got home from work right now and I'm gonna tell him this story because I'm freaking out. All right, so my commercial today was at this high school called Cathedral High School. It's a Catholic high school here in LA. It's right by Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
And we were filming in the football field, and it's a super nice football field, like state-of-the-art everything, like really nice turf, and it has a track around it. And on the track, we immediately noticed, like, we walk in, and the second AD was like, go, like, past 2 stones. And we're like, 2 stones, what? And we look, and we realize that there are these headstones, like, actual cemetery headstones, like 7 or 8 of them lining one side of the track. And I realized that the fence around the track was made to look like a cemetery fence, and it even has like the archway that says Cathedral High over it, and like pretty morbid. And I'm like, oh my god, you guys, this used to be a cemetery. And they're like, no, I mean, why would they build a football field in a cemetery? I'm like, no, there's a cemetery here. I know, I can tell, why else would there be headstones? And I just like had this really weird feeling about it that it was important. So eventually we're like walking back, like we took a break and we're walking back into the field, and I noticed that on the right side, when you're walking into the field on one of the big stone pillars, there's this huge plaque with the whole history of the cemetery and the school. So the whole hill from like, and it's like a massive area. Apparently, because it was a cemetery, the high school mascot is the Phantoms, which is super creepy and super Catholic and just weird. But the whole...
Reminds me, I want to watch The Phantom on Netflix.
Okay. So this whole area that was like this hill all the way up to Dodger Stadium apparently used to be the second Catholic cemetery in Los Angeles. And I'm reading through this whole history, and it says all of the movers and shakers of Los Angeles's original elite families were originally buried here, including, and it has like 6 family names, and one of them is Avila, which is my family, like of Avila, Adobe, and Olvera Street. My ancestors were buried there. That's so freaking crazy. I mean, they're not there anymore because when they excavated everything, they interred the bodies somewhere else, but that's so freaking crazy. What are the odds that I would have found this? Like, I had no idea that there was this whole huge cemetery that was excavated and moved somewhere else. So then later on, I was just looking at one of the headstones, and the groundskeeper came up to me. He's like, you know the story of this place? I'm like, yeah, it's a cemetery, and I think my ancestors were buried here. And he's like, oh, who are your ancestors? And I told them the last name. He's like, actually, there's an Avila headstone in one of the buildings. So I'm going to go back when they're open and go look at it, because it's one of my ancestors, and that's really, really cool. I thought it was exciting anyway. I'm so freaking lucky that I not only get to see like 8 generations removed, my ancestors' home preserved in the heart of Los Angeles, but that I also found this. Like, what are the odds that I would have booked this shoot today, the night before, and filmed on a place that used to be where they were buried? That's so freaky. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can go back and find out like where they were reinterred and see if that headstone is one of them, and I think it's really cool. But they kept, apparently they kept the headstones of the most significant figures, and so that's why. And I mean, they were pretty important people. They owned most of LA, and the tar pits, and lots of cows. Anyway, I'm looking rough at this point. Ugh.
Yeah, you are looking pretty rough.
I was really excited though.